Sonic High School, Chapter 18. Vector ran at Sonic and Knuckles Jr., who were in his room with his teeth going a million miles an hour. An-O-U-R. Or. "Here comes your death, straight from my mouth," said Vector as he ran at them. "Still going." "Ha!" shouted Sonic. Sonic was fast and able to do it. Able to do what? So he ran forward between Vector's legs and under his body and hit his head into Vector's penis while sliding through. This guy really likes talking about penis. He was still holding Knuckles Jr., the baby. Sonic ran to another wall of the room, but Vector ran right back at him with a big crocodile bite move, and Sonic dodged him again, and it kept happening again and again. "Stop it!" shouted Sonic. "Stop doing this!" Sonic was sick of hitting his head onto Vector's penis. It was beginning to leave a mark, and it was embarrassing to Sonic to have someone else's penis mark on his head. "This better come out before school," said Sonic, rubbing the mark Vector's penis left on his forehead. "No, you must die," said Vector, and continued to be the murderer that he had turned out to be. "No, stop, come on," said Sonic, yelling, and he was getting so mad. But Vector ran at him another time, and Sonic kept hitting his thick green crocodile dick. And it kept getting harder now every time he hit it. Sonic guessed weird things like this were sexy to Vector. Sonic kept hitting his penis and making it harder and harder until one time Sonic slid under and his penis was stiff and he hit it with his head again and semen ejaculated out of his penis and across the floor in a big long puddle like a slip and slide covered with mayonnaise. Okay. "All right," said Sonic. Vector looked shocked. He did not even notice that his penis was turning into a hard penis. Now Sonic threw Knuckles Jr. at the puddle of Vector semen, and Knuckles Jr. glided across the floor like this Vector semen like a baby speedboat and did a roller coaster turn and flew up on the Vector. Knuckles Jr. landed somewhere behind him and did a tumble forward and got to his head, where he poked Vector in the eyes, and Vector began to scream, "Ah! Bitch! Baby! That hurts! I'll kill you!" screamed Vector while Knuckles Jr. rolled off his body and under the door of his room. "Over here, Sonic," said Knuckles Jr., and Vector was still rubbing his eyes, which hurt from the attack. And Sonic ran over to the door with his speeding legs and kicked it down like a professional wrestler, picking up a person and hitting them down on the ground with the door. Sonic then picked up Knuckles Jr. and ran through the door and down the hall through Vector's house and saw lots of green things and things that were about crocodiles and also bad things, like rooms full of drugs and guns, and even things like that, and even things like weird African porn videos. Okay. Then he got to a different door to open it, and the other side, and closed the door, and put some things in front of the door to block it, with a stomping sound like a bowling ball with legs. Was jumping up and down on the floor and hitting it hard. Vector went up to the door, put his body trying to crash through it, like a penis going into a big hard vagina. What the fuck? "Open this, please!" screamed Vector as he tried to hit it down. "No! Why did you kill Charmy?" shouted Sonic at Vector, who was on the other side of the door that was hard to get through. "Because Knuckles messed it all up. Knuckles or Espio was supposed to kill the other one, and then they fought in the school, and it was only at one time. I made the fight happen because I wanted one of them to die, because they're both fag lords, and they're the only people who could beat me and become the new football team captain. So I went to Knuckles' house, and instead, and replaced him with the robot Charmy, and took the real Charmy home, and chewed on his broken body, and made him into meat that I can use for meals. And he was no use to anyone, especially not to me. None of you are, ah!" Vector screamed and hit the door, but he could not get through. "Where did you get a Charmy robot? Is Eggman involved? This could ruin everything for everyone, don't you know?" said Sonic back to Vector, like a ship sending messages to a different ship. Okay. When you begin to do crimes, you become... When you begin to do crimes, you become dark, and I've become darker than Shadow. I have made friends with... Al-Qaeda. And they made me a Charmy robot using Osama bin Laden's technology. He was bulletproof, and I was going to kill first Knuckles, then Espio in the hospital, and then maybe the rest of you. But you messed it all up, shit idiot. Ah! Vector hit the door so hard that it actually started to break. "Let's get out of here," said Knuckles Jr. "We can call the police. Let's just get out of here and get safe." And Sonic and Knuckles ran out of the house, and they were doing that. Vector broke through the door and jumped like an alligator at Sonic and Knuckles and hit the ground and landed on top of them. "Now I will kill you just like I did to Charmy," said Vector, who opened his mouth really big to bite their bodies. But then all of a sudden something came from out of the sky and picked up Vector and left the ground. And picked them up and left Vector there looking like a teen loser. "We're in the air now," said Tails. "I rescued you." Tails was using his flying tails to fly and was holding Sonic, who was holding Knuckles Jr. They were like a helicopter? It's a question. "What? How did you know we were here?" said Sonic, who was so shocked to be in this situation. "I looked the Charmy robot and figured it was from Al-Qaeda." And broke into the government computer network system data and found out that Vector was friends with Al-Qaeda, said Tails, the smart friend of Sonic. "I thought you were pissed at me," said Sonic with a questioning sound. "I'm tired of being mad at you. We are best friends again," said Tails. "Cool. Now let's go get Vector," said Sonic, but they were up above the clouds, which is very high. "Fly down and I will kick his face off." Tails flew down fast, and Sonic held on to Knuckles Jr. really tightfully. Sonic had his legs sticking out, and a kick, and he went faster, and shooting star being shot out of... They were faster than a shooting star being shot out of a gun down. I don't know what that is. They went down back to the floor where Vector was and kicked Vector's face, and Vector's head almost spun around because they hit him so hard, but he was on the ground. "Tails, do that one more time," said Sonic, and Tails flew up, and Sonic revealed his balls. Even though he could see almost the whole country from up here, he did not care because this was more important. And Sonic scratched his balls and held on to Knuckles Jr. And Tails flew down again, and Sonic's balls dragged behind him into the sky, and they went down to the bottom of the ground, and Sonic's diseased balls smacked Vector in the face. "No!" screamed Vector as Sonic's balls smacked him in the mouth and nose and eyes like a plastic bag full of pudding. Okay. Vector looked into the sky and made an asshole face for the last time, and then he turned into stone and then into dust and was now dead. "I can be glad for once that my balls are poisonous," said Sonic, and he looked at the pile of dust that was Vector before he died, and then did some squinting. "He is dead, and everyone is okay now." "Thank goodness," said Knuckles Jr. to them. "This was too much excitement for one night." "Look on the bright side," said Tails to them. Two of the worst fag-ass teenagers in high school are dead." "Wow. Yeah, it is all fixed now," said Sonic. They took Charmy's body with them, but not Vector's, who was now a pile of dust, because they thought he did not deserve to be nice to, and they went home to get ready for school tomorrow. And Sonic thought, "There's still more problems to deal with in high school. This is not over, especially not for me." Oh, shit. I wonder what'll happen. That's the end of this chapter. So, like, comment, subscribe, do the whole thing. And I love you much. And we'll do more of this, stuff. Okay, bye.